record. Share screen.
Yeah.
Share. On the start. Okay, we're recording officially. You kick it off.
Well, hello everyone. I am super excited. You know, Loretta last week, she said, hey, why don't we do our presentation together? And it's going to be a Zoom call. So the first thing I did was I called my hairdresser. And thank God he had a spot open today. So we really appreciate you getting on tonight. And we're super excited to share our story of health, prosperity, and more. Loretta and I, any opportunity we get to maybe inspire some people, we definitely do that. We just got back from Charleston to a great group of people, and we just want to thank you for getting on this call so we could share our story and maybe inspire you to move forward in your endeavors with sharing Juice Plus and sharing the business to inspire healthy living around the world.
We're going to start with my story because I was the one that discovered Juice Plus first. This was 15 years ago. I don't know if that was exactly the age of my kids, but I went through a very painful divorce and ended up becoming a single mom with all 3 kids. And within a year after my divorce, a sole provider. And I had been desperately searching for answers for nutrition for my family. My son Cameron had severe allergies, and Kristen, my middle child, had rosacea and eczema and a sleep disorder and ADHD. And I was just an exhausted mommy. I had gained some weight. I was skipping breakfast. And when Juice Plus came into my life, it was like a miracle because this is what my kitchen was looking like. I was taking the counter full of supplements. I had bought a juicer, and the kids didn't like anything I was making in it. And it was way too hard, way too costly, way too cumbersome. It was just not going to happen. I still own the same juicer today because, you know, here I am 15 years later, and I don't use it that much. So it's not worn down. So we always loved the fact that Juice Plus was juicing, made easy and affordable. I got rid of all the supplements and was able to add produce into my diet, 52 different whole foods. I have to tell you, I had restored energy, better sleep. I went through 10 straight Cleveland, Ohio winters without getting sick at all. I've only been sick twice. I have not had to go to the doctors for anything. I just have great energy every day, and I will take Juice Plus for the rest of my life. And Cameron, he was able to eliminate his severe allergies, and Kristen it was like a miracle, some of the changes that took place for her. And I immediately started to become what people have called a mom on a mission. How do you keep that a secret when you find something that's so worthwhile and so helpful to families? And I began to share it. And I ended up sharing it with Brian after we met a few years after I was divorced.
So I'll start my story. I'll start when I was 2 years old. And as you can see, my father, Rudy, there, he was a smoker. And in the bottom right, my mom, Jane, she was also a smoker. So I grew up in a family of smokers. And at the age of 43, my father, Rudy, had a heart attack and he passed away 2 days later. So I grew up without a father, and that had a huge impact on me. And you could see that little guy in the bottom left there with his arms crossed, little stubborn boy. And my wife will agree that I'm still stubborn, right, honey?
Oh, yeah.
Well, as I grew up, I really never paid attention to health. I never wanted my mom to smoke, but she always did. And she ended up having a heart attack. And what happened was, go to the next slide there. You could see my brother there in the upper left. My father's in the middle. My mother is in the upper right, and my brother and my sister. I lost all these people by the time I was the age of 32. And it was when my brother on the left-hand side there, Fort Campbell, Kentucky, he was a Vietnam veteran, sniper. What happened was at the age of 51, he was diagnosed with renal cell cancer. And renal cell cancer is kidney cancer. And at that point, my other brother, Alan, and I, 6 months later after he was diagnosed, he passed away. And my other brother, Alan, and I there golfing, that pretty much scared the crap out of us. And when you're seeing your brother passing away and going through all those procedures and everything like that, you kind of do not want to prescribe to that. So we made a pact to become healthy, and we started to research, and we started to read books, and mainly the books that we read said eat fruits and vegetables, drink a lot of water, and exercise. And we started juicing. We juiced fruits and vegetables on a daily basis, twice a day. We lost 40 pounds. We felt great. But what happened was juicing is time consuming and costly. So we ended up quitting that, but we still stayed on a healthy lifestyle. I met Loretta, and probably 3 or 4 months into it, she introduced me to Juice Plus. And I immediately read the label on it, and I figured out, wow, they figured out how to juice in a bottle, in a capsule, in a powder. They figured it out. So I got it immediately. So I started taking that. And what happened was we started sharing it with her. Well, Loretta was already sharing it, but I started sharing it. My first customer was my brother, Alan.
And, you know, for us, we have always done this business for our family. You know, being on the product, I wanted my entire family to have it forever. But we also knew that we wanted to provide for our family. And being a single mom, and then Brian stepping into our life and becoming the dad of this family, we definitely had a huge why to consider building this business. And I leaned into how easy it was to recommend Juice Plus. It is nothing but fresh, raw fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, and it is a powerhouse of nutrition that you can get every day. We have our capsules, our soft chews, and our fast food complete. Makes it so simple for people to be able to have it every single day. You can be compliant. I mean, I try to recommend a lot of other things to people, but this is the easiest, simple thing that I know for people to do, and it definitely makes a difference. So it's, you know, one of the reasons I love recommending it is it's not complicated. I can explain it quickly and easily to anyone. Look at how simple this product line is. And then we also have, of course, our Tower Garden.
So that other slide, when I used to juice, we could only juice so many fruits and vegetables, but as you can see, the array of it. And when I read that ingredient list, I couldn't believe that all those fruits and vegetables were in there. But, you know, after doing some research, I was just amazed.
Tell them what the Tower Garden is.
Absolutely. The Tower Garden, we love the Tower Garden. It grows organic fruits and vegetables with 20% less water, 20% less energy, 20% less nutrients, just all kinds of stuff. And it grows about 3 times faster than a traditional garden. You're in control of it. You can grow it outdoors. You can grow it indoors. And the only thing it doesn't grow is a rooted vegetable. Very clean.
Go ahead.
So Juice Plus is smart and easy. The Tower Garden is simple and fun. There is a universal need across the world. There is definitely growth potential. Juice Plus is a branded name, and we are definitely the first to the market. We're going to talk a little bit about fads and trends. So trends are your friends, and if you want to think of it as, let's talk about the cell phone, or let's talk about the automobile. So Henry Ford came up with the automobile, and that is a trend, okay? And there's a spending side to a trend, and there's an income side to a trend. So all the people that buy automobiles are on the spending side, and all the people that make the vehicles are on the income side. So trends are your friends, and a fad is just a fad. A fad just comes and goes, but a trend stays there. Let's talk about the cell phone. Before, everybody had there was only so many cell phones, but now you can see everybody has them. It's a trend. It's not a fad.
So basically, it's not going away, folks. Fruits and vegetables are not, they're here to stay. There's not too many things that people couldn't start to argue when it comes to nutrition. Nobody argues that fresh raw fruits and vegetables are needed and that nobody's getting enough, and we need a lot of them. So it makes it simple. So what I love is when it comes to wellness is I'm on the spending side. I mean, I go to yoga, I get massages, I am investing, I buy fitness clothes from Walmart. I'm spending in the wellness industry, but I am also got onto the income side. And so we are here because we want to provide each of you that came to the call with hope. It all started with hope for health, hope for a brighter future, hope for opportunity for our kids and our family. And so we want to share with you, a little bit more about why this made sense to us and created hope for us.
So absolutely. When Loretta was first introduced the business to me, we were already sharing it, and that's why it made so much sense to us. We wanted something different. We wanted a better life. We always were looking for something, and we found that in the Juice Plus virtual franchise. So why are you here? Why are you on this phone call tonight? And maybe it's because you want more time freedom, or maybe you need additional income, or you would like to be your own boss, or you're tired of your current job situation. You want out of corporate American 60-hour work weeks. This was all resonating with us when we were looking at this business, and we decided just to go for it. We were like, we are sick and tired of, JOB, just over broke. We were tired of that. We wanted something different in this business model, and in Juice Plus, we could share this with people and make an impact in the world. And maybe you want to contribute to your family income, or you need a retirement plan, or you would just like to play for your Juice Plus. Anything.
Yeah, wherever you came to this call tonight, that's on your heart, we can start there. It doesn't have to be what Brian and I decided we wanted from this opportunity, but there's a place for all of you in our franchise. So, what I want to remind everybody on this call is that life happens. It might be that there's not enough provision in your family to make the ends meet. You could end up with a divorce, a disability of a spouse, the death of a spouse, the fact that, retirement and the downsizing in companies. It could be debt. We are on a debt-free plan right now, working with a Dave Ramsey budget coach, and, we are going to be in 18 months from now living a debt-free lifestyle, and we're never going to go back. And so, I don't know if that's for you. We aren't sure. But we know that 5 years, Brian, you're always famous about your 5 years, so you can go ahead and say something to that.
I'm famous for my 5 years.
We always talk about 5 years can change anything.
Absolutely. 5 years can't change anything. If you wanted to, most people just let life happen to them. And I have been guilty of that, but I don't let that happen to me anymore. I make things happen. Loretta makes things happen. You need to make things happen in order to move ahead. And I'm sure you guys are doing that, but 5 years, if you give it 5 years, how your life could look so different, whatever that may be, whatever it is for you. We've been married 10 years from when we met to the middle of our marriage. In 5 years looked totally different than when we got married. And now 5 years after, or 10 years after we're married, looks totally different than the second 5 years. So, and it keeps on growing. So 5 years is a great goal to have to make any kind of huge change in your life.
And our Juice Plus franchise is a 3 to 5 year plan to the top of the company if you so desire. So just a couple of stats, I'm going to throw them up here kind of quickly. But the bottom line is baby boomers are going to be retiring, folks. They're going to be dependent on our system for 100 million of them, expecting government support. We got Medicare, 62 trillion in debt, Social Security, 10 trillion in debt. Our healthcare system is squeezing 20% almost of our gross domestic product. We aren't looking real pretty financially out here. And we can't just let this happen. We need to make some decisions around what do we want our financial future to look like. So we want you to just be thinking about the fact that right now we are close to a wellness revolution. This is going to be the way of the future. In the next 10 years, the wellness revolution is going to grow to $3 trillion, okay? That's already being spent in medical scene. And look at the treatment of illness. My goodness, from 2010 to 2015, going from under 2,000 to 10,000 for each person, we are going to debilitate the economy unless we start teaching what we know. And I know most of you on this call, you're passionate about what we share, and you know the higher truth about the need for better health. And so we've got to get busy because we're it. I always say that I've become a captain in an army, and I am looking for my soldiers. We need to fight the good fight for this.
So let's talk bankruptcies and medical expenses. 5,000, 75% of them have medical coverage. And this is a couple cartoons I put up here. And the first one is the drug company. And here's how it works, guys. First we discover the drug and identify the market, then we invest in the disease.
Right.
And that's so true, because they're out there making them drugs for hopefully any kind of disease that they could find. And how about this other one over here? He's talking to the doc. I'm going to switch you to a new medication that does more advertising. Isn't it true? Advertising works. And in this country, you could see all the drugs that are advertised to you over the radio and over the TV. Everywhere. They're everywhere. It's just absolutely crazy.
And the bottom line, is it really helping us? I mean, we've got a problem here. We're not saying that there's not a place for medication sometimes. We're just talking about the fact that the direction is a sick care system that is not getting to the root of why people are ill and helping them to heal and get better. And we have a lot of those answers. So we just want to keep after it.
So just some more statistics. And you can Google, you can Yahoo, anything. Just punch in medical expenses and you could find all kinds of articles, and you could read for days and days and days. Medical bills prompt more than 60% of U.S. bankruptcies. We know people, that
Have been through it. Yeah.
Their whole life savings is wiped out. A friend of my brother's, his wife just passed away, and they can't afford all the medical expenses. And it's just crazy.
And we found it fascinating and wanted to include the fact that, people are unhappy with what they're doing. And I know everyone in my Juice Plus world absolutely love what they do. They get up every day excited to help people and excited to help people get well. So, if you're out there or people that are unhappy with what they're currently doing or some type of dissatisfaction, we definitely want to share our vision for that. And we know that this is going to be the place to do it, because it's all about, getting on the right side of the program here.
So not only do we get to share Juice Plus with people in the world and help them have a chance of healthy living, we also could maybe change their financial future. I love this cash flow quadrant. And this guy right here, Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, came up with this, and it's so true. And you have to read this. You could be on the left side of the quadrant, an employee, or being self-employed, which I have both been. But now I'm on the other side. I'm a business owner and I'm an investor. Loretta and I are on the right side of this, and that's where you want to be. You can be on the left side, but you're never going to create wealth if you're on the left side of this quadrant. You will be wealthy if you put yourself and position yourself on this right side. And becoming a Juice Plus virtual franchise owner for $50 immediately puts you in the B sector of this quadrant.
And if you haven't read this book, I really recommend it, The Business of the 21st Century. This is also Robert Kiyosaki, but this is a new day and age. And everything has changed. And one of the fastest growing business models is the direct selling industry. It's now taught at the Harvard School of Business, and people are excited to be a part of it because it's the way of the future. And I'm just here to make sure that those of you that might be new to our team or guests on this call tonight, that you know about our company. Myself, being a business owner since I was 26, and coming into learning about this company a little bit before I turned 40, I wanted to know who was making Juice Plus. And after I looked into it, I was more impressed by the company than I've been about the product. Unbelievable, 43-year-old, privately held, $16 billion in sales. We're in 26 countries. We're virtually debt-free. They're extremely fiscally responsible, highly professional, filled with integrity. And I love the business model. That company works to be able to roll out a red carpet for me and all of you so that we can do our work independently. You're looking at our home office right now. This is where we get to work. And yet I am aligned and affiliated with this amazing company that makes it so simple. Here's our president and founder, Jay Martin.
So yeah, real quick about the company, I'm halfway smart, but they're super smart. And Loretta and I have aligned ourselves with them. Thank God I didn't have to come up with the computer systems, the shipping and tracking, the building the employees, all the stuff that takes huge risks. We didn't have to come with that. All we had to do was go out and share Juice Plus and become a virtual franchisee. They've already done all the hard work. And this is the man who started it all right here, Jay Martin. And I put my trust behind him. Loretta and I put our trust behind him because he's never failed us once ever. And he says he wants to build a stable and lasting company that will help as many people as possible realize their dreams. And that's Jay Martin. And you know what? Our dreams are coming true. Your dreams can come true. We know thousands of people across the country and the world where their dreams are coming true.
And our tagline is to inspire healthy living around the world. And the company is also, I believe, one of the reasons they're so successful is I've never met a company that contributes more in the world. I've just never seen it. I've been around business for a long time. For them, they run a marathon for St. Jude's. They have huge input with Volunteers of America where they're giving away over 1 million complete meals. We put tower gardens in every Boys and Girls Clubs. We are funding the Children's Health Study Program. We've given away $2.8 million to over 1 million children that have come through our Children's Health Study Program. Just incredible to me. It makes me so proud to be a part of it. And, some people came to the call a little confused. What is Juice Plus? It's an awesome system. It's franchising because we have a brand name product and a system for using your business. You have the same juiceplus.com that I do, the same virtual franchise for running your business. It is direct selling because we are the ones that are bringing it to the market. So you're like a store of your own and you need to just you can have 40 customers taking a handful of our products and make $800 a month. Or you can take it further and build a team and make it network marketing where you show other people how to have their own customer base, and it can build as big and as financially successful as you want. Also comes with a full benefits plan. I didn't put the whole list up here, but I have to tell you, when I was first building this was a big part of my vision. I had no benefits for my family. We now have health, dental, disability, long-term care, vision, you name it, college tuition reimbursement, and I would do it all over again to be self-employed and yet have a benefits package that is second to none next to any corporate friend and person that I know working for corporate America. And this is just a quick picture. We're not going to go over all this tonight, but I love it because it's basically a simple system to follow. It's you come in as a distributor and you can move up the ladder as high as you want. Middle of the road is going to be a part-time residual income. You want to take it a little bit further, you're going to make I know several people on the team that are about to retire from their other careers because they're making enough money to do that now. And we've now built several national marketing directors as well. So we're continuing to grow. We're looking for whoever might want to get on this stair step. It's, as a friend of mine always says, the stairway to heaven. She just teases about that. So here, probably should have had that up a little bit closer. We'll just scroll through that quickly. Our system is simple. My best advice to you tonight, if you came to this call new or considering it, is be teachable and follow the system. The minute we veer from the system, we get into trouble. But it is, you can go to missiondrivenmodel.info if you want to learn more about this. So we dare you. We came to this call just daring you to dream.
Absolutely. And Loretta and I are experiencing things that when we first started off, we're living now. We have more time freedom. We have a residual income. We are helping inspire healthy living around the world. And this is why we do this, because we want it for you. We know where we were at. We were at direct distributor. We were at virtual franchise. We moved up to the marketing plan, and here we are. Now we want to help you guys feel and do what it is you want to do in the world, because it can happen. And we're daring you to dream. And it starts off with dreaming and knowing what your why is.
And again, deciding what do you want from it? Is it because you want to give more, go more? You want to live somewhere different. What would be exciting for you? No matter what goal you have in your life, it's going to come a time and a place when you're going to have to dare to dream. You're going to have to make a commitment to your dreams, and you're going to have to just pull out the plug and go for it. And we're letting you know that it's absolutely possible here. Our dreams have continued to come through I don't know why this won't go any further with all of our pictures. Oh, shoot.
Sorry. Just clicking that up there.
Okay, we're just trying to see why the PowerPoint won't let us go any further. I have no idea, but anyhow, for us, this has just absolutely continued to be just the most incredible opportunity. We were able to reach one of our greatest dreams. Oh, here we go, which was to live in North Carolina. We live in Wilmington. A few of you have come down to visit us. Can't wait to have many of you here, right, Mike-Hose? And we live 6 minutes door to door from Carolina Beach. It's a riverfront. It's a port city. It's an amazing place. It's been a dream of mine since I was 10 years old to live by the ocean.
And my dream was to get away from carpentry, and I've done that. I still do some small handyman stuff, but golf is my passion, and helping share Juice Plus is my passion. I don't have to rely on a 40-hour-a-week job anymore. It's a dream come true.
And we have 2 of our daughters are in college at the same time. Any of you on the call know that pain. Kristen's at Ohio State and Kaylee's at NC State. And all of our kids had a lot of desires for a lot of higher education. I mean, that's just what was on their heart. And Brian and I have been able to fund all their housing and their extra expenses, and they had to take out a lot less money and just some small tuition. And they work hard to pay for their food and spending money. But, you know, we're going to get them through to the other side, and it's going to be amazing. Kristen wants to be an attorney. Cameron is a nurse practitioner and off the charts and off the payroll and married. And Kaylee wants to be a veterinarian. So now our dream is to help them realize theirs.
And the Juice Plus company also in that benefits package gives a tuition reimbursement. We're giving tuition reimbursement to Kaylee, and we're giving tuition reimbursement to Kristen.
And, you know, just being able to travel. I mean, you know, I've lost track of the states that I've been in. And now our dream is to expand into Europe. I know we've got some team moving to Australia. We've got some customers going in Germany and Italy. And so, you know, someday our dream is to be able to travel and see our teams in Europe as well.
So with that, we want to share another dream of ours, but we also want to know your dreams. We want to know what you want to do. And now Loretta and I are dreaming again, and here's what we're going to do.
In 2 years from now, we are going to sell off most of our belongings, and we're going to take a 1-year tour in an RV across the country and serve all the teams that we have. We're in, I think, 30-some states. We're going to go find them all and go visit them all. So you're going to see us in your town. This is a futuristic goal. We absolutely know we're already doing the plans. We're already got our map. We're laying the groundwork. We're going to use the same skills that we built to build where we've gotten to get to this place. And then we're going to decide where we're going to buy our final home after we get to see the rest of the country.
Good.
This is a famous quote by Dave Ramsey, who Brian and I are just a huge fan of. He's helped us so much. But we'll live like no others so that we can give like no others. You know, we did this tonight not to just brag or show you what we've done. We want to inspire you. We want you to know that Brian and I, we didn't come from much. I grew up really poor. I was the first kid in the line of 6. I was the 5th, and I was the first one to ever go to college. You know, I can remember times when there wasn't enough milk and bread in the house. And, you know, I wanted a different life. I wanted to pursue something greater than living in the inner city. You know, Brian, you know, didn't go to college. You know, his family just pretty much carpenters, and that's what you're going to do. And he didn't really get a chance to explore that. But more than anything is we want to give back. We want to give back to this team. We want to give back to you in any way. We're here to cheerlead you, support you. We're here to tell you that if we can do this, you absolutely can do this. So your journey is waiting for you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this call. We're going to go back to the screen, stop the recording, and hang on. Here we go. I'm going to unmute everyone. We've got 33 people on the line now, so that's fun. Where is manage participants? Unmute all. Stop the recording.